all of us here in the crypto market is looking at this possibility. If XRP starts to move like this, it kind of follows the exact pattern which it has printed on the charts back in 2021. Now, we all understand this time it's different in terms of the volume which will come in, because last time exchanges delisted us. But this time we know what is happening in front of us. The price blasted through for Bitcoin. That brought a lot of attention, but not only the attention for the positive things, but also people like these gold bugs who are kind of saying, okay, Bitcoin is about to drop back to zero. That's their narrative. Now, remember, if you see this guy talking about that narrative, he has been saying the exact same when Bitcoin was $1,000, when XRP was like 0.00 something, he was still saying all of this crap. So what you have to focus, in my opinion, is how the price is going to correct back down. Because when it does do this, it will give you a ton more opportunity in altcoins. That is one of the primary reasons why you are watching the altcoins bursting through. That's one of the reasons why you're watching these coins taking off. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. We are also watching these coins in the market doing well. Why? Whenever Bitcoin consolidates after a pump, you will watch these altcoins taking off. Now watch, these were already there before they started breaking higher 4-5 days back. I was giving you this idea. Watch these assets, they are about to pop. Now what's happening in these? They are riding higher, 20, 25, 30% for the day. And if you look at the week, and that's already done 100%, but in the month it's still 100%. That's where the calls for the right asset at the right time comes in. So hundreds of people, close to 500 individuals, are taking benefit of what we are doing in the SI family. So if you are interested in that, during this time, I think it's going to be more important for you and anyone else in the market. Why? When you actually see this, the price action does follow history. That's something we learned in a hard way. When we told this is going to happen, a lot of people were saying, no, it's going to go back down. But we reinforced our data based on the price action we learned. And now that's the reality. The price is showing us that. We zoom out, look at the long-term charts, last 2-3 years, kind of gives you the idea that each time you do this, breaking above the moving average. Now, this is not a short-term chart, it's a weekly. Bitcoin kind of starts to move up, and it kind of goes through somewhat like 100 to 150 days. Now, that's super important to watch, because if wave 2 is 150 days, usually wave 3 is shorter than that, somewhat equal to wave 1. So say 120 days. That means from here, you don't actually have a year or two of a bull season. I would say next 3 to 5 months is the primary area you should focus on. Next 3 to 5 months, the price action is going to do, important things for you, me, and everyone else in the crypto space, because this is happening. Now, you're watching XRP breaking through this. If you actually reduce a noise in the market, this is what you see. We had an inverse head and shoulder. We are breaking to the upside. The measured move takes us close to this level of 0.6207, say 0.62. That's not a huge move, but it still is a decent move. And as we discussed, this is literally playing out. We were trying to visualize and anticipate what is the possibility. And right now it is playing out in front of us, and I'm really happy that it is playing out the same way. That means as soon as the RSI reaches about this trend line, it is going to be massively bullish. Right now the RSI is breaking through that moving average, and look at what we have done historically. Once you bottom out and start trending and you give that break, that's a huge signal in the market. Now, yes, you can look at the weekly. Yes, you can look at the monthly. The monthly chart here kind of gives you a great idea that we are following history. This is something literally important to watch. You broke a bar, you retested, you bounced, you're coming back down to test that level. That means on a monthly, you still have something coming. We want to see in next week, Can we go above 0.7 and close? If we do that, that means the price action is showing you this as a pattern, which means there is a lot of volatility for sure, but you're going to watch a pop. Now, it should actually go somewhat close to 1.6 to 1.8 dollar on a line chart, I would say. If you actually put in candlestick charts, I would actually say somewhat close to $2 is what we should be looking at on a monthly. Great. Can we really do that in next 1 week? Now, we want to see what the weekly chart actually shows you. We're zooming in on a weekly chart and we still have this pattern, and that is right now playing out. We've been talking about this through last couple of weeks. As the price was playing in here for the last 2 months, I was saying, watch this. It is showing you an engulfing candle. If you go back a few days and watch the video, you'll see what we were trying to give you guys. Right now, the market is doing that. And if you ask me, I would say, watch. If an engulfing candle does like that on a weekly, you usually get a follow through to the upside. So whenever Bitcoin consolidates and does a small bounce, you will watch these altcoins run crazy. Now, one of the primary duty, I would say for me right now, looking at all you guys, is watching where whales are exiting. Because if they're exiting at whatever price it is, whether it's our target or not, we should take profit. Maybe that's going to come at $8. Maybe that's going to come at $12. Maybe at $20. I literally don't know. But I would be watching the market through as much as possible for almost all the assets, because we have hundreds of members with hundreds of assets. At least all of them have an average of 10, 20 assets. So as we go through all these one-on-one sessions, I'm watching people are preparing, people are coming back into the green. They're actually understanding the fact that the bull market is here and they don't really want to make a mistake. When the price action shows you this is the structure, they understand, yeah, we have seen this last time in XLM. You kind of float around the region like this, where the resistance is strong. Then you break through that, come back down, and then boom, you go up. That is something what I'm looking in XRP right now. This is your resistance. You broke through that range. You came back down. Now a move like this, it's going to attract a lot of people into the market. Now, that kind of a move this time for XRP is going to garner a lot of attention. One, massive marketing is happening for XRP. Ripple is plotting crypto as a business, but Ripple doesn't have a Ripple coin. It's XRP. So anyone who comes into the crypto market typing in Ripple cryptocurrency, they will end up in XRP. So one is the marketing, two is the utility, three is what the market thinks about this asset now. That, I think, is the most important part. When the market agrees on something and they say, nah, we're going to blast through. Last time, we have done something like this without a lot of exchanges listing us. This time, with all these exchanges relisting us and a lot of marketing effort, how high should we go? I would like to see a 30x, to be frank. Now, we want to actually see what the price action actually does, because if it actually follows what it does usually in the crypto market, we should see a 50x. Now, that would be like, okay, some of these assets actually does 100, but the average is 50. So you kind of are talking about a $20, $25 mark. If you be conservative, now we are putting the argument that, okay, we are watching somewhat like $14. Whatever it is, it's way higher than where we are right now. One. Two, that's not the actual target you're looking at. The actual target is where the divergence comes in. Wherever that comes in, wherever this shit happens, where the whales exit and still the price is here, you should consider taking the profits. Now, this is not just for XRP, it's for all these assets. But the issue here is not all assets show that divergence on the same horizon. If you look at this, XRP and XLM had a different period. Here, if you actually go on a weekly, you have the divergence here. But if you were following that on a daily, you kind of were played out by the market, because the market was giving you all the mixed signal by this time. So instead of getting the top 0.8, you would have ended up selling it at 0.3. That's a huge difference, I would say. So understanding the history of those assets and which chart to make your final decision on is critical. That's one of the reasons why we actually go through short-term, medium-term, long-term calls on all of these assets. So you guys actually know what is required in that asset, what you can anticipate in all of these assets, because literally some of them are now going crazy. Popping 30, 40, 50% a day is huge. It's not a bear market anymore. Right now, you have a bullish market where people are rotating their money from one asset to another, and you're watching these pops. Say, you look at Polymath, when we posted this back then, we were looking at a target somewhere close to 135 as the first major target. Now you go look at that, in a week, it has already done 100%. So this is not something normal. This is the bull market where FOMO is entering from one asset to another. We want to see when it actually comes to XRP for sure. We all would like to know that. But while we wait, we are actually trading in different assets. Just today we had skimmed profits from one of the trades where it was like 65% something. But you're trading. It's short to medium term or micro to short term. You really rotate money from one to another. When you see a great opportunity next, you move the money in there. That moves up. Maybe a week, maybe a month, maybe two. But the primary question which I should be looking at the market and asking myself is, how long do we really have? Once we start this kind of move to the upside, you really don't have too much of a time. I mean, do you? If you actually look at this is the history. We kind of made almost the top at 150 days, and then it was a fake out to trap all these guys. We don't want to be there. If it's me, I would say, I exit the market. Say I use a weekly in this particular asset, and as soon as it gives me a divergence here, I'm out. Somewhere close to 0.7, I'm out. I don't want that 0.77 because that is like trapping me. I don't have a confirmation on the charts. Right now, if you look at this asset, it is clearly showing you something. What is it? It is clearly showing you there is a possibility evolving like this. Watch the RSI. It is trending higher. My drawing skills are not that great, so we'll use a line. Do you see that? A bounce up from here will take the price into the range of overbought territory. And that overbought territory is where you actually start to see this. First time, you came and you tasted the overbought territory and went back down to retest, right? First time you came into this region, just got a taste of it, went back down. Okay, it looks similar. So next time when you come back up, that's one of the biggest pops there. Now, if you measure in terms of percentage, in wave 1 and wave 2 it would be different, but last time it was 230%. So if you actually take that and plot that here and say, okay, something like this is coming, I would say the resistance is here, 0.43. That means you may actually come this level, around 300% move as the next leg. Now, you can always use fib. Say last time when fib actually showed you this, you came somewhat close to like 2.618. So you plot that and say 2.618. So yeah, it comes somewhere close to 0.33 towards 0.38. That's a range of a blast in this asset. Now take that in XRP. That's where XRP is going to outrun XLM in my opinion. Because if I look at this, say for example, the last Feb showed me somewhat close to just about 2.618. That would be close to $1.8. That's what we were talking about. If you follow patterns, if you follow trend, if you follow price action, all of them points you to the same direction. You don't have to be confused in this asset class anymore. If you want to educate yourself, if you want to get more opportunities, yeah, for sure, we are always there. You can actually access that using that link in the description below. Patreon. If you're watching on YouTube, that's in the description below. Now, if you're in the general market asking all these questions like, there is a lot of FUD. Yeah, for sure there will be a lot of FUD. Why? Because they understand these drops should be there and it should be deep. So they can buy more by pushing that fear and making the retail sell. And they will ride it to the upside because they understand the possibility is like this. They don't want to miss this. They understand the possibility it is going to go back up. Now, when we say that, we also have to understand on the other end, we want to see dollar breaking to the downside. That will give us more momentum to go back up. Now we are watching the trend line is like this. We don't want this trend line to break to the upside, being frank, because right now you can actually put the argument you have a trend line as a resistance, you have the horizontal range as a resistance. So if you get rejected here, I would be really happy. But we don't know what's going to happen. We're still waiting here to see what the hell is going to happen. On a weekly, I would rather say, okay, you came to the upside, you're making all this fuss here. That means you may actually come back down, drop to this level. That would be a time when I say crypto is popping on the other side. But this is a confusing market. Dollar is trying to come back down. Oil is coming back down. So it's crazy. You look at the banking stocks, it's still at the same area. You look at crypto, that's going higher. It's bullish. You look at these banking stocks, they broke downside, they retested, they're getting rejected. A little more drop to the downside here means panic sell-off coming in the banking industry. Now that's Bank of America, one of the biggest there. If that's going to have some big trouble, smaller banks are going to get wiped out, which means just like what happened earlier this year, you're going to see massive money flow coming into the crypto market. You're going to see all those assets which are trending higher right now. That's important. All of them trending higher right now are going to pop through, because when new guys come into the market, they won't actually look at an asset which is massively undervalued, 90% down. They would look at an asset which is going up. I want to get that upside. So if it's already trending higher in a scenario like this, it's going to get more extended to the upside. So if your target, say for XRP is $10, maybe it's going to go to $15. If your actual measured target is $15, it's going to go up to $20, because all these new people will come in and the price action will be volatile. That way, analyzing that on a daily basis gives you the best scope to take your profits out. So guys, I want to reiterate this. If you received value for your time, please do smash that like button. I'm watching last video 3,900 views with 506 likes. Then 3,700 views with 508 likes. More people are liking the video. More people are smashing that like button. Thank you for all of you guys. If you haven't done that yet, I would say please consider doing that. I mean, I tried to share value with you, and if you did get that, smash it. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.